Good morning, everybody. It's now Thursday, and I've been off for the last couple of days. Obviously, I banked my holiday off. I was at work on Tuesday. Yesterday, I was off. On Wednesday, I was down here yesterday, and me and John, and Leah was down as well. But me and John stopped in my garden. He brought his generator down, and we managed to get through a lot of stuff. I'll show you what we managed to get doing. I'll show you what I'm doing at the minute, and I'll tell you what the plan is going forward for the day. So a couple of days ago, I got a message off the chairman of the allotment society saying that I need to make a few changes after they've done the visual. Had a look around, the annual look around, and at the back of this shed here, I had a load of wood, scrap wood down here, and going all the way down the side. And they obviously stated there was a fire hazard, which was understandable, but it wasn't piled up all the way full of wood because there was a couple of compost bins underneath, so it wasn't that much, to be honest. But me and John spent a good few hours yesterday sorting out what wood we had, the good wood, which we're going to keep a hold of. So we just set up here yesterday, and as you can see, all the sawdust, we just went through all the wood. So we managed to clear down the side. Cleared the majority. I mean, the wood was like packed up here. I even managed to go on top of the roof there and find out where the problem was with the roof, because there was water getting into the roof section on the inside of the shed, meaning the roof was dropping. So something else I sorted yesterday, but we managed to get all that wood sorted, and I'll show you where it is now. It's there. So we managed to get all of this sorted here. So all of this is I would have filled this one up as well, but I give loads to Grandad Dave because he's got his fire on at the minute, and it just saves him massively. So yeah, that's where all of the scrap wood went. Now 2 days ago, Grandad Dave sorted out his chimney, sorted out his fire, cleaned it all out, got it all sorted, everything was spot on. And then yesterday he came over and he told me that his back boiler blew. So he's had a problem with the back boiler on his fire for a while, because I'll show you what I mean by back boiler. Here I've got Grandad's fire, just the same as what mine is. And around this side, that's the tank. And this fills water. I've got obviously the bottom bit kept off there. And we've got an intake pipe here. And at the back there, Grandad's got his set up, because he's used to heat radiators. He's got his set up with 2 pipes, which go to the header tank at the back. Which that's the header tank there. So he's got that on there. As you can see underneath there, goes to the back and into that little watering bit there. Now that all holds water, and it's a gravity fed system, and it's not airtight, so it's not going to obviously explode out like that. Pressure just comes out of the sides of the tank there, just like pretty much mine does. But his fire around the back here, as you can see by the wet on the bottom, the tank blew. So the inside, it's no good. It's no good at all. So what I want to try and do is, I know somebody that's got lots of these fires. You're looking right at him. Me. So I've got lots of these. We're going to try and Frankenstein a fire back together from, not be the day, but we're going to try and sort something out from anyways. Oh, what you done of it? How long you had this fire in for?
Oh, a long time.
If he says it's a long time, it's definitely a long time. So we've just put some releasing fluid on the side here, and the side here, because I want to transfer them onto the new one. But Grandad's going to take the chimney and everything off, and we're going to get ready to pull this out today, so we can see what we've got from me. Hey, it's a good job I picked up all them spare fires, wasn't it?
They're a lot bigger than this one.
They're not. They're all the same, because I've got to make sure I've got the Parkway 111s. So I've got 2 that's different and 3 that's the same as this one. And I'm sure we'll manage to Frankenstein it together. This is what he's getting on with at the minute. We've got some tomatoes in. That's the reason why we need the fire, basically. He's got the little propane on. Paraffin heater on. So we've got different tomatoes already on go here. A bit farther behind than what we were previously, but well, he was. Anyways, plenty of money maker.
I thought I moved 2 lots into there.
Is there? Is there more in there, is there? Oh, I'll get rid of here.
2 lots.
Alright, aye. These aren't getting any heat at the minute. We've got plenty for me. Well, I get some cherry ones in. You got any cherry ones in, Grandad?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't think that's a lot of cherry ones, mate.
It's alright, didn't need a lot.
I'll have to get this empty.
Right, well, I'll leave that. Let you sort that out. I'm going to go on with mine and finish off what I was doing. Put the tap on, and then we'll come over and sort that out. My fire's just on a bit of a bigger scale here. I've just fixed this back up again. So my water, it's now watertight. As a lot of people know from the channel, I had a lot of problems getting this all set up. But we're all sorted now. I've just put that back in. I just need to tighten that back up. and then oh, we've got a bit of a leak there, so that's with the weight of the water, so I'll have to tighten that up, which I'll do now, and then I'll go and see what I can get sorted for Granda. I've not really touched this fire in a little while, and I can only say I've got a problem. The glass, the fire glass is kaputted. It exploded, so I'm going to have to take that out and I'm going to have to replace it with some metal. Oh, that's another problem as well. Oh well, I've just made things worse. I'll have to look into that. Right, we're making progress, getting this fire out. We've managed to get the pipe work off after realising that the thread's backwards. I put it the wrong way. He's old, he forgot which way it went on. We're going to take the chimney off next, and then we're going to pull the fire out. We're making progress. Right, this is an update at the minute because my phone died, so I've had to charge up. We're getting the old fire out. This is the new one that we're putting in. Just making sure that it fits and it does line up, which is great. We just need to tinker around with them bits there to be able to get into there. We need some fire cement so we can putty the sides and that in. So we're just, that is an absolute ton weight. So I've got a bit of a dab on, a bit of a sweat on, while Granda watched.
I'm standing here, I'm frozen.
So we're going to get to the top and try and level it all up and put the pipes on. So, my phone died again. I've had it on charge for a bit. This is the update we've had at the minute. We've managed to get the fire in. So we tested the jacket to see if it would hold water. And guess what? You can pretty much tell by the water on the floor and everything.
It was pissing on.
It was a waste of time because this jacket's bust as well. So, because I'm a lovely grandson and Granda loves us very much, I'm giving him my fire that I was going to use for my shed. So in the process of just taking this out, luckily the other one's already all built. So we'll get this one out, I'll bring the other one, put it in, and that's going to be the day. So I'm going to put his back on charge.
No gone in the day.
Right, now we'll sort it tomorrow. Right, see you in a bit. Right, so with that, it's end of day. So we've managed to get sorted. It's a good job, I love them. So we've gotten the fire in. It's in there new. Be a nice one. Got glass and all sorts. I've glass before. And then we've also managed to get the pipe work all in lovely. So that's all connected on. It's just this side that my granddad's old ones, old fittings that he's made there. That's unfortunately that's no good anymore. So I've got a couple of fittings that was already attached. So tomorrow Grandad's going to bring his burner down. We're going to burn the end of these, bend them over so they're nice and tight, so that put them on so it stops the water from falling out. We've already tested this before bringing it over, and like I say, it is watertight. So I'm going to, looks like Grandad's having a bit of difficulty there, so I'm going to give him a hand. And that's us two done for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Right, day two. We'll get this fire sorted out. It's all put in. We need to put the stoppers on the side, and then we'll get the front and everything covered. Get it all, because we'll have to cut all the the tin into place because this is a bit of a bigger fire, and then we can go from there and hopefully get it filled up with water today. So grandfather Dave's, yeah, he's got his burner. Let's get started. So I spent a little bit of time trying to make a couple of capping off these. Just bend the copper over so it would be tight seal, like my granddad's old one, which was on the old fire, like that sort of thing. But after an hour and a half, we're giving up. So I went to Screwfix for the sake of £2, just over £2 each. I've bought 2 capping ends. So that's that on. I've also getting some fire cement as well, because you needed some fire cement. So I'm getting some fire cement. That needs to go obviously around there. We'll put that on, and then we'll get the chimney on, and then another time, because it's absolutely pouring down with rain, another time we can sort out the front here, get the grinder down, we can put a new cover on the front. But for the meantime, we'll get the fire in, get it cleared out so that you can get it all filled up with water. We'll get the insides all cleared out, and then you can actually have a fire and get all of these tomatoes nice and warm again. So we are cooking with gas here at the minute. It's a bit difficult trying to set these up somewhere, but I'll update you as we'll continue on. Right, moment of truth time. I'm going to fill this water jacket up. We've already filled up in my garden, so I know that the inside should be fine. It's more so for the back down there. So we've got some water on the go there. There we go, excellent. That's great, Grandad, it's coming through. So his is a little bit smaller than mine, so it shouldn't take that much to fill. But it's going to take a little bit of time, so I'll start his back up again in a minute. Right, tank is full. As we can see, tank is full. There's no leaks down there. But it's just for me pulling the hose out. There is one drip, and that's down there. Looks like it's already been dripping for a little bit actually from the old fire, but at least we know that the fire is not the culprit. So everything's fine on here, and there's no leaks on the inside, which is great. Right, just got to get this adapter piece sitting here, so we'll get some fire cement and we'll stick that in there, and we'll get the chimney on. So that's with the new fire seal on. That's that on there. That's gonna get pushed down, put the chimney on. So Grandad's just found some of this rad weld. So that's what we're going to put into the tank, hopefully to stop them leaks. What I did a couple of years ago was I didn't have any of this stuff, and now we'll from what I actually seen in the telly, what they did is they put the D10, the D10s, the big trucks, they had a bit of a radiator leak. And what they did is a bush fix is they put eggs in, and what happened is the eggs went into the radiator system, they basically boiled, and everywhere the water was leaking out, the white yolk, the white section of it, plugged the gaps as a short-term fix, and actually proved that it actually did work. But this is the proper stuff. So what we'll do is we'll get the fire going today, we'll get a bit of this in the tank, and hopefully that stops the leaks. So the fire's in now. That's all done.
You got tents now?
I've got I found the top, because I knew I had it. It's in the other side. So the next step after putting I've put all that around there as well. And now we're gonna clear out the inside. Wish we luck. Right, after a little to and fro, I found some extra bits that I didn't have. So things like this bottom grate, this grate here, and also we've managed to Frankenstein a grill across the bottom there as well. So I'm going to turn it over to Grandfather Dave, and he can set his first fire in his new fire, which he loves us for.
Aye.
So we'll get this gun anyways.
And whose plants is going to get thrown in here?
Possibly mine.
Aye, and John, aye,
A chopping axe? Oh, I don't know what that is. You put it in a safe place, you can't remember where it is. He's put it in a safe place, he doesn't know where it is. Do you know where it is, Granda?
No.
I couldn't tell you where it is, to be honest, neither. I've got a memory like E.
That's the word you're looking for.
Oh, what's this? Look. Oh, look what I found. Hey, tell you. Look at that. Look what I found.
That's a pit shot, that's not a long one.
It's an axe, isn't it? That's right. I'm just going to watch my granddad lose his fingers. Hey, Monty's, you doing a good job? You're the moss, I chopper. Right, I'll get this fire gun. I get some of that paper, Sean. Hey, I recognise that later.
What's that?
Because it's mine.
Is it?
Aye.
Uh-huh.
Mills pays the bills and all that. I got it a part of a pack I got.
I keep seeing this somewhere forgetting it from.
It's mine, you thieving
I
out
don't
kid.
know where I picked it from.
Aye, my garden.
I think I picked it up off your bench.
Aye.
Long time.
Aye, my bench. Mine being the proper word.
Oh, you're sorry.
Right, we'll get these doors shut a bit.
I just see it, that's all.
Well, it's nice of the sun to make an appearance considering it's rained all day. Anyhow, we're done now. We've got the fire on. We've just cut this across here, so it's obviously a bit of a cover. The fire has been on for a little bit. I want to be careful because it's gone nice in there. So that is hot to the touch. Oh, oh. It's got to tighten up at the top a bit because it's a bit loose here. But other than that, that's the fire in. They're all closed off. That's all shut down. A bit more air in. And that's Grandad's fire all done and sorted. Well, Grandad's new fire was mine originally. But aye, that's us all done for the day. Me done for the day. That's all in. That's all in with fire cement. That's all in there. So that's all done. There's a bit of a leak there, like I mentioned earlier on, but we'll put the rod rail in. We'll give get a time to circulate through the tank and everything as well. But grandfather, there you go. New fire. Yeah, I've spent my days off sorting your fire roof for you.
Do you think that fire's too wide? Do you think we should put a fire brick either side?
No, you should be alright. It's entirely up to yourself. Yeah. See what happens when it comes to putting the sea coal on, because obviously you didn't want to be putting too much sea coal on. No. So, but we can probably put a couple of fire bricks on like we've done with the other ones. But we just need to get just on the side there and just down the other side, and that's all of that done. So Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday.
I'll put them in the... I've got a box for them.
Right, just put it... I'll
put this in...
Aye, because I'm going to need that for mine.
Aye, I'll put it in the bin.
Right, no bother.
20 quid off me.
15 quid, Grandad. I'm not going to rob you.
Yeah, 20.
It was 13.49 plus handling. It wasn't. The whole lot was for... Do you want the receipt? I've got the receipt. There you go. Whew, a bit of a dab on now. Right, I've got to go because I've got to take poor Daisy to the vets to see what she's like. She's Daisy's my dog. She's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. She's 15-year-old. She's got a lot of things going wrong with her at the minute, so I just want to make sure that we're doing everything right, what we're doing, keeping her comfortable. But yeah, I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, and we'll have some nice weather like this today, tomorrow, and I can get on with my garden. Hey all, Monday, and unfortunately the weather isn't playing very nice today, as it's currently pouring down with rain. So it is what it is. Down the plot is I need to get some seeds sown, or I'm not going to have anything grown this year. Now my shed has been out of action due to the amount of stuff that I've got in it. Last year, as a lot of you know, Leslie's mum sadly passed away, and we had to clear her flat out, so pretty much everything got thrown in the shed. Shed was used as a shed, so I still got to go through all of that yet. So at the moment, I'll just be doing everything naturally. So the time now in May, you can get things like runner beans, giant long. You can get that's a giant. You get long runner beans. Sorry. We can put in tomatoes. We can put in heavy and long cucumbers. There is still a few things which we can start setting away now as well. And I'm also wanting to get some cauliflowers put in. With the rest of the garden this year, what I don't use, I will just be getting some bought in things like cauliflowers and brassicas in, just so that I can get stuff in the garden and growing. I might even go through my seeds and see what I've got just to start off, but I'm not going to be doing loads and masses amount of stuff because my main priority is still to get the garden sorted and tidy, which so far I've got a clean greenhouse. The back is all dry, which is great with the new windows that I've put in. This side, not so much. I haven't getting a chance, as you all know, to get sorted in here. I have replaced this window, as I've mentioned, but there was a couple of leaks down here. There's another one there. So that's coming from up here somewhere. So when it's a lot drier, I'm going to have to sort out this side. But for today, I'm moving on to different tasks. So let's see what I get sorted. Time to plant some seeds. I've got some seeding labels. Got a pen. We'll get this done. I've got a few things I'm going to put in now, including some tomatoes, which I know are going to be late, but it is what it is. We've got some. Now, thank you very much to Graham Barrett, who sent us a lot of seeds, even though he didn't have to. Now, Graham Barrett runs UK seed exchange, where a lot of top growers put, say, 30 packets of seed in each, and then everybody puts it all together, and we'll all get a packet each. Graham normally runs that every year. I did say I was going to put some cucumber seeds in, but unfortunately I'll end up losing all my cucumber seed, which was a shame. But Graham, nice guy that he is, still sent us a full pack to play with as well. So thank you very much, Graham, for that. So this is the reason why I've been able to put some seeds in this year. So thank you very much. So I've got in this pack a few things, like I mentioned earlier on, things that I will be growing. The first thing I'm going to be putting in is some tomatoes, micro orange hat. I've never grown them before. They're from B. White's Veg. You can check out him on Instagram and other social media platforms. He's a fantastic grower, grows so much stuff, great for chilies and stuff like that as well. I'll be putting some of them in. I've also got some long cucumbers. I've got some radish, which will be going in direct, so I'll not be putting them in today. I've also got some long beans, which I've already got some, actually got some saved ones from last year, which Grandad Dave saved as well. So I've got some of my own, pretty much the only seeds I saved last year. Sorry, I'm knocking you all over. So we're going to get them in. I'm just going to put them in tubs like this. I've just been down and I've gotten some more. And then for the runner beans, I'll be putting them in pine pots like that. Or alternatively, got some air pots that I got off Mark Shepherd. So I've got one of them. I've got to find the other ones. I'm sure I've got more than just one of the small ones. But I also got some rather large seed ones as well. So we'll see what works well. We'll see what doesn't. But let's get these seeds sown. Alright, quick run through. I don't like using these wooden labels. The reason for that is because I believe that the water just travels up them and starts ruining everything I've put on. But we'll see what happens with them anyway. So, what I've got here is I've got some loofahs. I've got some Peter Glazebrook long beans in there. We have the tomato orange hats. We've got the giant tomatoes in here, different varieties. We've got long cucumbers. We've got another set of long cucumbers. We've got more longer heavy. So we've got plenty of cucumbers to go off there. And I've also put some giant cauliflower in here as well to go into that tunnel once I've got it tidied up. So at least I've got something to put into there anyways. So that's what I've potted up today. I've got, that's pretty much everything I'll be growing basically. Tomatoes, cucumbers, runner beans, and I'll put some radish in, but I'll put radish in direct. I'm thinking to obviously put me, as you can see, I've not touched this at all since last October. Put my cucumbers back in here. Put cucumbers in the middle. In fact, I might even grow cucumbers in the middle. I might just do it on the outsides. And then in the middle, put something else in. I could do radish or something in the middle of there. In fact, I will. I'll put radish in the middle. And inside of here, grow the tomatoes. Because it's a nice space to have the tomatoes. Obviously, I've got a bit of tidying up to do. Get rid of all this. I say that every year, but I am going to get this covered with my weed membrane. I'm going to go and get some stuff and put it down like the pebbles or something like that. So I'll get that done. I've just got to fix that window, which isn't going to take long to do, to be honest. Do the same as I've done that one. Bit of spare plastic, jobs are good. And so that's not take long to do. I'm going to bring my little mini rotavator down and rotivate the inside of these. And jobs are good. At the bottom here, I'll show you. So in here I had the giant cabbages. As you can see, the red cabbage is going to seed. That one's going to seed as well. I'm contemplating just leaving these, let them go to seed, because this was a big one. And let them seed basically. I get the seed off them. Same with I mean, that green one wasn't very big, but You can see it's flowering nicely there. I don't know. I'll maybe just take that out. I don't know. We'll see what happens anyway. I might put some more cauliflowers in here because we like the cauliflowers. But everything else is a mess. I need to get it tidied. Next job I can get sorted. Weather time permitting, 10 to 12. I'm going to get in here. I'm going to empty all of these buckets into there. And then we'll get this cleared out. Before I do that though, Grandad Dave's called in. So I've managed to get all my seedlings into the greenhouse. I've getting some seed coal, which is getting delivered later on today, so I can get the fire all sorted. Grandad's it's all about preparation. So he comes down night time and he's all ready to go. He says I'm having to do it later. So happy days. I'll be back down later on to get the seed coal from, and then you can get that on, and we'll see how these get on in the next few weeks. Everything else in here is starting to do okay. Grandad's got his cucumbers in here. He's got all sorts of different. He's got Gardener's Delight in this tray. He's got red cherry in this tray here. All doing all right. He's got some Moneymaker in this tray, and he's also got some. What's these ones? Oh, Moneymaker. So these are all Moneymaker. Got Gardener's Delight next door, which we've just moved because they're jumping. So hi, he's doing all right with these. Well, Grandad potting up now. Are you potting up them long beans, are you?
Yeah.
See, these are the pots. You need a long pot when you're potting up when you're doing beans, setting beans away, because they like to have a long root system. So pint pots or 1 litre pots like that does the trick. Got his gloves on and everything to stop his hands from drying off. My grandma decided to buy some plants for the hanging baskets. She couldn't wait.
In
March. And what happened, grandfather?
They died.
They died. Why did they die?
Too cold.
Too cold. Too much frost. Oh, what you got underneath the bench? What brassicas are they? Are they collies?
That's them.
Oh, them ones that you got died off.
They're trailing begonias.
Not anymore, they're not. I'm seeing you got cauliflower under the bench there.
Wait.
Underneath the bench? On the floor?
No, they're cabbages, early cabbages.
Early cabbages, alright.
14.
Aye, I might have to do the same this year, just to fill the garden up. Anyways, I'll let you get cracked on.
Right, you want 3 in each pot?
I put 3 in each pot, and that means we can either separate them or we can put them all in together, because it doesn't really make a difference. I've got them saved. They're the ones that were saved from last year, aren't they?
Yeah. They grew to 26 inches long.
26 inches long. Well, let's see, we'll get them again this year. Nice and dry, sealed in this tin. No, let's just chuck out the way. Right, I'm going to clean my greenhouse.
Yeah.
Right, that's that middle path done. Next job done I wasn't going to expect to get done. I'll empty these out another day. I'm just going to leave them in there. I have weed-cleared down the path side to get rid of the rest of the green. Unfortunately, there's loads of seeds from the grass. The plan is down here, I'm going to put a weed suppressant down, and I'm just going to pack it up, like I said, full of stones, so I don't have to worry about the sides caving in. So that's that done. Let's have a look at the greenhouse. And that's the greenhouse done as well. Cleared out. You can see where all the leaks are coming from. This whole greenhouse, so all the glass is going to have to come out and put back in again. But again, he siliconed every single one in across the top and across the bottom. Hopefully I can get the bottom bits out because they all need cleaning, basically. And I need to replace this section here, which isn't going to be too bad. And I need to replace all along the bottoms because it's all just wood and it's all rotten away. That's a job for another day. I didn't realise I could rhyme all the time. Right, I'm going to go and help Grandad remove all of the wood from his coal bin because we've got a delivery of sea coal coming later on tonight. But after that, that's me done for this week. Back doing the plot, pouring down the rain, waiting for a Seaco delivery. And look what Grandad's found. He's found his lightweight axe.
You're missing a fortnight.
Not that one. It wasn't missing. You just put it in the safe space. So you just didn't know where it was. Knew we know where it was. We'll put it somewhere else that's safe and we'll forget about it. Aye, it's miserable outside. Like, it's absolutely miserable. The rain is still pouring down.
Well, it's good that the road's going to be funny, this, like.
It's nice and warm, like. We've got, what, 65, 66 in here, Fahrenheit? 60.
65.
65. Oh, well, we're staying here nice and warm, waiting for the guys to come with the coal.
It's the heat off me, man.
You're not that hot.
Look.
Right, that's a sea coal delivered from one of the lads off Facebook Marketplace. He's just leaving there now. So it's cost us about £4 a bag including delivery, which they'll do a couple of months this now. Right, time to light it. Fire starter. Let's get it going. That's all I'm doing, grandfather, lighting the front. So I'll keep all the giant seeds nice and warm. I'll clean these windows for him and all. Handy tip with the windows here. Trick where comes the glass. You want to get yourself a new bit of newspaper. Soak it. This is old ash. Right, get rid of a bit more. Left hand here. Get on there. Cleans it off.
Yeah.
Cleans it off lovely. Needs a bit more ash on, but you get the gist anyways. There we go. Looks a lot cleaner than it was before. Top tip, got the fire going away now. Some damp sea coal. This is like duff basically. Duff is a lot thinner and smaller, but with it being wet, it'll last a little bit longer.
You can pile it on the back, lying on the boiler, and it may boil and overheat.
Aye. Just leave that for the time being, Grandad?
No, stick some more on for the night.
Right. I'll put this rest of this on where it's smoking. That's that done. So we've just banked it up. You can see it at the front there. So it'll burn at the front and burn back over. Once it's got a hold, it'll keep a hold. Keep everything shut, everything nice and tight. Try and let as little air in as possible. And what we're also going to do is, in here, we'll get the grinder, do this exactly the same as what I've done with mine. Chop a gap in there and put a plate in, so we've got a dampener. Keeps the air draw down so it lasts a bit longer. But for the time being, that's that done. And that's the fire done for this week. For the night even. That's everything else sorted for Grandad Dave as well. So I thought I'd give you an update on what happened with Daisy the other day. So I took her down to the vets. Well, I took her down to the vets. And a lot of the things that I already knew, the vet just confirmed. So Daisy's 15-year-old now. She's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. And as the vet put it, she's past her sell-by date. So the vet was lovely. And I knew exactly what she meant by it. But yeah, so she's got a few lumps on where her breast area is and also her back leg. The one on her back leg is it's benign. It's just like a polyp basically. The lumps on her mammary, which are getting bigger, is breast cancer. So she's got, the vet pretty much confirmed she's got cancer, which, like I say, we pretty much knew as well. She is also, we need to get a urine sample for on Tuesday. So take it down to see if she's diabetic, because if she's diabetic, we're obviously going to need to give her some insulin. But other than that, she's thin. She's never going to be able to put any weight on because of her age. She's 105 in dog years, which is fair age. But she just basically confirmed all the stuff that we already knew. And it's just it's a waiting game basically. She's eating well. She's not been sick. She's losing her blood every now and then, but she's old. It's one of them things. But the one thing we do need to have a look at is to see if she has basically got diabetes. But we'll see what happens after the tests come back. After we'll get some urine off her tomorrow. But I don't want to leave it on a sad note. She's absolutely fine. She's still crying away, wanting to go in there. She's just still loving. She cannot also she cannot see neither. She's got cataracts. So it's just light and shadows so you can see, more so out of her right eye. So, yeah, and I said this at the vet as well, when she's walking, she's like used to knowing where stuff is, but she turns too quickly and she hits the door frame. Oh, it's hysterical. I shouldn't laugh, but it's funny. And this vet agreed and all, because she laughed. But she will out a lot of things with a womb and stuff like that, and cushions and stuff. But she says it's not a case of if but when, and can't really give her time scales, but we'll see what happens. She's like you say, she's all right at the moment, but just wanted to make sure she wasn't in any pain. But life goes on. Grandad's happy. New fire's in for years. Seeds are in. I got the greenhouse done. I got some other stuff done. It doesn't stop. Right, that's it. Well,
Job done.
I'll see you all next time. You're welcome.
Yep.
We'll be back tomorrow. Right, catch us all next time. See you later.
It wasn't that much of a rush. I didn't say goodbye properly. Sorry. So yeah, I went through everybody's messages, the last videos and stuff like that. Thank you very much, everybody, for sticking by with. And like I say, I know it's been slow, but we will get back into stuff. I'm starting to slowly get the good mojo back, getting sorted out. Not a lot of growing's going to be taking place this year, but like I say, my main objective is to get the gardens all tidied. So I just need to go in, dig over, jobs are good, and pretty much like I've already done, like I have the day, just keep on top of stuff. So I've got the polytunnel to get sorted, the garden to tidy up, things to dig over, and I can get some plants put in, and we'll still have a good season. So thanks everybody for watching, thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, and I shall see you all on the next one.